and it is time for our interview segments presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best personal injury law firm, best of Indiana County contest. Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And we were talking about a little bit earlier this morning how Indiana Borough's Planning and Zoning Department getting ready to hold open house of their own for their upcoming comprehensive plan updates. So joining me right now, at least for the moment, is Trajan Jones with the Planning and Zoning Office in Indiana Borough, and we're anticipating another person to make a grand entrance in just a few minutes. It'll be Jeff Rakes, who used to work with planning and development over at the courthouse and did a lot of things over there. But Trajan, how's it going?
It's going really well. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. So we're getting pretty close to when this open house is going to be held. It's tomorrow, right?
It is. Yep. Tomorrow, July 11th.
How important is an open house to the process for putting together a comprehensive plan?
I'd say it's very important. You know, it's kind of that culmination mark where all the work we've done up to this point, we present it all, we show it to the residents, kind of show them where we've been and where we're looking to go.
So people can actually weigh in on this and take a look at some of these projects that have been identified by the steering committee at this point. Can you give us an idea of what some of those projects are going to be?
Yeah, last time I came on, I forgot my paper, but this time I brought it. So
good.
We have about 30, we call them catalytic redevelopment projects. So we have about 30 of them, and they are oriented in kind of focus areas. Mm-hmm. So those focus areas are the central business district, so Philadelphia.
Downtown Indiana, essentially.
About 4th and 10th. And then we got the community university connection, so that's all the areas surrounding IUP. Mm-hmm. And then we have the Oakland Avenue corridor and the Wayne Avenue corridor. And there's a number of projects between all those different focus areas. A couple examples. Let's see what we got here.
Mm-hmm. Just coming in, by the way, in case you're watching on Facebook, that's Jeff Rakes. You're close. he was trying to find the camera there.
Yes,
but he's given me a tablet here, and I'm going to have him show some of these things to our viewers on Facebook. So the camera will be right there towards the window there, Jeff. So maybe you can take that. There you go. I didn't want to drop it. So if you want to show the camera, Jeff, maybe some of the things that Trajan was talking about. We're starting with downtown Indiana, essentially. Mm-hmm. And what are some of the other zones that we're talking about?
So, yeah, we're talking about the community university kind of transition district, so all the areas around IUP. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, kind of the Wayne Avenue and Oakland Avenue corridor.
Okay. So those are the three main areas that you're focusing on for this project.
Right.
And a lot of people have been making a lot of suggestions, I would assume, over the past few weeks or so, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we've gotten a lot of feedback. A lot of these projects came from community feedback. So we met with our project steering committee for the comp plan. We met with our planning commission. We met with community development committee. That's a part of the council, Indiana Borough Council. We also met with DI and the Chamber of Commerce. So it's been a lot of people that we've talked to, try to figure out where these projects are, try to identify them, and see how they will, and at the end of the day, help towards creating the goals of the project. That's a mouthful.
Well, he's been talking about this project for so long, you would think we'd get better at it.
Right.
I think we're getting worse at it.
I don't know about that. But one phrase that I'm seeing, Jeff, over and over again as I'm taking a look at this, and maybe our viewers on Facebook got to look at it too, redevelopment opportunity. I mean, we're seeing it all along Oakland Avenue corridor, the Wayne Avenue corridor, the former Sheets on the Point, Horace Mann Elementary redevelopment opportunity there. So there's a lot of areas where opportunity is there, but it's just how can people seize that, I guess, maybe is the question.
That's a good question, Josh. And it was funny because when we were prioritizing our catalytic projects, which is really what we're talking about. So if we think about planning, if we back up for a second and take it at, say, 100,000 feet, what we're talking about is building a plans for the next 10 years, typically. But now we're started here. This is our horizon is 2030. Mm-hmm. So really think about it for the next 6 years. Mm-hmm. So for the next 6 years, what is it that we envision for this community? And then the plan part is the actions it takes to sort of get there. So if we think about it, the vision, the roadmap, and then what we said is, in order for this to be something that the community can connect with and be real, let's localize it. That's the wrong word. Let's put it, let's have a place that we can focus on that is really the embodiment of the vision statements that are in the plan. So we have vision statements that talk about healthy neighborhoods, adopting our anchors, IUP, the hospital, our local school district. These are institutions in our community. So adopting those anchors, we talk about connections and mobility, and we talk about downtown and, the economy. All of this stuff is a systems-based approach, and so it's different for us. This is new and different in terms of planning. So we're maybe I'll speak for myself. I'm a little bit of a planning nerd,
of course,
and
former person from the Office of Planning and Development for the county.
Yes,
and has been involved in planning and development in other areas too.
Yes, so that was my public sector life. I was the planning director for the city of Greensburg. I was the town manager for Indiana Borough, and then there goes Nick Rado from the planning office. And I love this radio station, guys. It's so much fun to be downtown and pass a radio station and see other guests in here. But anyway, and then worked at the county planning office. So now I'm in the private sector. I work with Stewart Group, and Stewart Group is a small consulting firm, and we work with local municipalities to do this type of work.
Taking a look at all of the projects in total, 30 projects on this list of catalytic projects. So we're trying to find priorities then, what people want to see happen, and that's where this open house concept comes in. People will get a chance to look at it and say, hey, we need that, or we could do without that project for now, maybe down the road, sort of things like that. That's the vibe I'm getting off of this, Jeff, right?
That's correct. And so when you come in, you'll get to see the structure of the plan. I've talked a little bit about systems. I've talked a little bit about vision, goals, our strategies, that we as a steering committee and as a planning commission have been working on. All of that sort of stuff you'll be able to see rendered in a graphic format. So you'll be able to see it instead of just seeing words on paper. Yeah. But really the part that we're excited about is the catalytic projects piece. Yeah. And that's the reason I think I've got you holding an iPad over there.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a little overwhelming, but
it is.
Yeah. But it's kind of neat. And then the other part is we took some time to make a station for the community profile. We're fairly unique in the Commonwealth, and so it's fun to talk about that and look at some of the things that make us special.
So Trajan, what are you looking forward to, the output after this is done, after this open house? You're going to take all those ideas that come from it, and how are you going to apply that moving forward?
Right, so like you said, 30 projects, that could be very, very overwhelming.
It's daunting.
It is. So we're in the process right now of, like you said, prioritizing those projects, and that'll be something that residents also will get the opportunity to do at the open house. But what we're looking to do is try to see what we can do right away. What are the low-hanging fruit? What can we go after right away? And then what are some of the more long-term projects that'll take time? And we're not necessarily going to put them on the back burner, but it's not going to be our focus right away. If we can get something done that'll improve our community in a fast, span of time, that's what we'd like to do. But then, like I said, also working over a long span of time to work on these bigger projects.
How long has this collaboration been going on for this project? It's been, 2 or 3 years now?
Depends on who you ask.
Depends on who you ask. Okay.
Yeah, if you ask some people, they said maybe 4 or 5 years, probably since 2018 maybe. Yeah. It's been ongoing. There was an update by the planning commission, but this is more of a rewrite. So
this is an overhaul in this case.
Yeah. And this portion, this has been going on since.
Well, I think so I just finished writing this section for the comp plan.
Oh, good.
And so I think I can say it in a couple sentences. So in 2018, the planning commission took it on without a consultant, Josh, and said, we're going to update our comprehensive plan. That's a group of volunteers.
Yeah.
School teachers,
community members. Yeah.
Community members. Like, these are just folks. So it was a heavy lift. They pushed that project up until they hired a consultant to come in and finish the plan. So it wasn't, I didn't have to start from scratch. They had a tremendous amount of work done. So it lengthened the time, but it makes it sound worse than it is. I'm listening to you talk, but it's like it was definitely a grassroots effort in the beginning, and now we're just trying to sort of get it over the finish line.
Right.
All right. Well, that's fine. So this event is tomorrow. Where's it going to be held?
It's going to be at 734 Philadelphia Street. That's pretty much right off the corner of 8th and Philadelphia, right directly to the left of the Candle Bar.
Okay.
We have a banner over top of the building, so you can't miss it.
All right. And when will this be held?
It'll be from 11 to 7, so it'll be all day. You know, people can come and go as they please whenever they find time. So yeah, it's just
Open house format. So that means just like you just show up when you want to, you leave when you want to. There's no big presentations. And by the way, Josh, this is big. We're going to stream this thing.
Oh, okay. So
we're pretty excited. We've never done it.
Never done a streaming open house.
As a consultant, this is the first time we're going to stream a public event. And it sounds dumb, like where have those guys been? But it's very difficult to figure out how to navigate how you're going to allow people to weigh in, right? So it's not just one way. Like, so that, for instance, if I'm sitting at home watching this streamed event, can I then go, I like project
whatever.
X.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the challenge is, how do we allow that to happen? And we are going to have where you click on it, you go to the Borough website, you'll be able to click on it, you'll stream it and live, and there'll be a way to leave your comment in the comment section.
Okay, so we're talking about maybe like either a Facebook Live or a Zoom stream or something along those lines. It's a YouTube stream.
YouTube stream.
Okay, that's fine. Google works. All right, excellent, excellent. And anybody can join in and voice their opinion through that as well, and those will be taken into consideration.
Absolutely.
Correct.
All right. Will they be able to, because it is a live stream? Will the people seeing the comments be able to interact live with that? Is that the hope?
No, listen, Josh, if you can teach me how that stuff works, we are learning, but we did our big test. We went over to Memorial Park. We had a work session over there, and we were playing with it and figured it out. So it's first time. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
All right, excellent. So again, 11 to 7 at the Artist Hand near the Philly Street Candle Bar at the corner of 8th and Philadelphia Street in Indiana. It's going to run from 11 to 7, an open house held by the Planning Zoning Department, talking about the plan, which is called Indiana 2030 Tomorrow Together. It's the comprehensive plan update. Yep. Guys, thanks very much for joining.
We're going to actually add one more thing.
Sure, go ahead, Trey.
Just in addition to that, I also want to make it known that we will also have our zoning consultants up here, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that will also be a portion of it as well. So if you're interested in zoning in the borough, we're working on a brand new update. So it'll be a brand new ordinance. You're interested in coming, giving some feedback for that, that'll be an opportunity for it as well.
All right, so there will be multiple opportunities for people to interact. That is excellent. Guys, we're just at the mark, but thanks very much for being a part of the show today, and I hope a lot of people do get the chance to come by or visit online. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
Trey Jones joining us here on Indiana in the Morning, along with Jeff Rakes, talking about the upcoming open house for Indiana 2030 Tomorrow Together Comprehensive Plan. And our interview presented by Marcus & Mack, voted Best Personal Injury Law Firm, Best of Indiana County Contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. It is 9:25 on Indiana in the Morning. That means it's time for the Sports Minute with Boomer Esiason. And this time around, it is brought to you by S&T Bank, People Forward Banking.
Hi, I'm Garrett Greek, your local mortgage banker at S&T Bank. The sunshine is back. Let us help you find the perfect home to enjoy the sights and sounds of summer. Visit me at one of our Indiana County offices to learn more about our mortgage options. You can also visit us at stbank.com or call us at 800-325-2265. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Boomer Esiason with the Sports Minute, sponsored by Relief Factor, the natural way to reduce or even eliminate pain. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Roger Craig. The 64-year-old former 49er was the first running back to amass 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards passing in the same season. He's also a three-time Super Bowl champion, and I believe he truly deserves to be elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Well, happy birthday, Roger. I'm Boomer Esiason.
For Phi, winning the fight against vision loss means seeing new ways to push himself. The Foundation Fighting Blindness is committed to funding research to end blinding retinal diseases. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Learn more at fightingblindness.org.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours.